everybody with my thrifty life. And a little while ago, I looked like a complete mess. I had been homeschooling the kids. I hadn't even barely looked in the mirror. And when I did, it was a pretty scary sight. So I wanted to walk you through how I go from super scary to super stylish, and all in a budget. This is obviously not going to work for the video call. So tonight I have a call with my friends, and this call is going to be for my friend's birthday. However, the way that I looked earlier, there was no way I was going to get on that call. I haven't seen these people in a while, and I definitely wanted to look my best. So here we go. Let's do a little bit of a makeover, real quick, real simple. Now I'm going to start off with my spray. This one I like, from Milani, Pink It Lasts. All right, once I spray that on and it dries a little bit, I'm going to put a little bit of eye cream. This is just so everything looks a little bit plumper, brighter, smoother. I like to put it up even between the eyes a little bit. So one of the things that I have been enjoying is my Ipsy bags that I get every single month. I have so many cute bags now from Ipsy, but more importantly, I was getting in a little bit of trouble every single time that I would go to Ulta, even CVS, because I always wanted to try new products, even though I wasn't sure if the products would be worthy of buying full size or not. But I would end up buying full size, maybe love it, maybe not love it so much. So with Ulta, I ended up spending so much more money than I really even was in my budget for. So with Ipsy, I found out that these little smaller size get sent to you every single month. So they come at least 5 products, and you can customize which products it is, the types of products, whether you're into eyeshadows, whether you're into mascaras or foundations or SPF, and they customize it for you. And once you get a customized bag, you get it for $10 every month, all new products. So I've been able to try out all these products. I get a nice little goodie bag every single month. It's like every month is like my birthday. But this foundation, however, I got from Beauty Counter. A friend of mine is a rep, and I want to help her out. But I love it because you can definitely build up on how much coverage you get. So if you want to just go light, you just put on a little bit. But if you really want to cover up all of those spots, you can go in and build up on it. However, since tonight is just a simple video call at home with friends, not exactly going to be taking pictures, it's going to be nice and casual. We're just going to go with enough to cover up any splotchy areas that I may have. Some of my dark spots that I've gotten throughout the years from exposure to sun. So once the foundation is on, nice and smooth, I like to go over it a little bit with a brush, even after I applied it with the sponge. Get it all smoothed out. So now I'm going to go straight to a little bit of base on my eyes, and you can use just about anything. I have this one from Smashbox. It's just a lip primer. I have found that the older I get, the more I need this primer, only because your skin starts getting a little bit thinner the older that you get, and you start seeing more of those veins coming through, which just take away from the beauty of whatever shadow you're gonna go and put on. This one's a little bit darker than I need for my skin, but it was a gift, so it's fine. I just blend it in, and sometimes I can even get by just wearing that. But it definitely gives your eyes a nice smooth foundation to work with. So the very first thing that I do is find a light base. So that could be anything. So this one is from MAC. It's a palette that I got from MAC. However, I love it because it ranges from lightest to darkest. I don't really use that teal green too much, but I definitely love the creamy white. It's more like an alabaster, but it's perfect for a base. If you don't want something that light, then you can definitely go into something a little bit more khaki, which is this color. And since tonight, again, we don't need it to be like too bright, we're gonna go with this one from Clinique. So you could see right over that primer, it just helps bond it to your eye and smooth it all out. I mean, now I just have an eyelid that's a nice neutral shade. And honestly, I would be happy if I were running around shopping just with this. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go a little bit further. What I like to do that I learned is the older that I'm getting, the more droopier my eyelids seem to be getting. And I used to have really nice firm eyelids, really nice and taut, and my eyes were something that I always enjoyed playing up and having it be the focal point. However, as the years go on, my skin starts to fall over my actual lid. So to give the optical illusion that I have a nice, smooth eye, instead of going onto my lid, I go right into the crease. So this is going to give the illusion of depth, So this is another shadow that I got from Ipsy. It's called Nude Sparks. It's not nude at all. So maybe that's where the sparks comes in. Has a little bit of metallic to it, which I'm okay with because you can't really see it when you apply it. Now, I know that right now it looks a little intense, but we're gonna smooth that all out. Before we do, I'm going to apply some black, just a regular stick liner, not liquid, because I end up smoothing it out and smudging it. Just a little bit to define the lash edge. We're gonna go into it all the way in, and then we're going to apply our shadow over it. So this also is going to give you a little bit of a base to run your shadow right over. And it doesn't have to be a super pricey black eyeliner, because you're basically gonna seal it on with the eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go with just a medium brown. You can go pretty much with any medium brown. I have that one. I have this one from Sephora, which is their Sephora brand. Either one in that medium shade so it softens up the black a little, is fine. You don't have to get so intense. This is one of my brushes that I'm using. It's a very small, very firm brush, which helps me smooth everything in and give it a nice smudge. Now, once I have that done, I'm gonna go just a little bit into my V just to attach it to the shadow that I already have up there. And we can even do this with an angled brush. So this angled brush will help with a little bit of that V action. And it's gonna give the illusion of a lift. All right, so once we got that done, we're gonna go in and blend, 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 lots of blending, okay? So remember, this is supposed to be a nice, casual evening with the girls. So we just want to keep the darkest part in the crease. But this part that goes up to our brow bone needs to be blended in. And if you really want, you can go in a little bit with that lighter white, that more alabaster, just to brighten up that brow bone. Okay? Now if we really want to run the shadow and the brown, run it just a little bit. Okay. So we're just going to run that on the lower lashes just to give a little bit of definition there. Okay, now we're gonna move on to them eyebrows. Yes, sir. It always depends on where I'm at with my hair color. My eyebrows are dark, so I don't really like to get too intense with them because right now I am pretty blonde. So instead, I just like defining them. Also, for my age, we don't need to go too intense with the eyebrows. That was not on trend when we were growing up, but having a more youthful look requires having a thick enough eyebrow like you had back in the day, right? So immediately you can see the difference without going over the top. And this is just with a brown pencil, brown eyebrow pencil, okay? So what I do is go back in and I seal that. I go ahead and seal that with a taupe brow powder. What's that gonna do is just gonna smooth everything in. There you go. See the difference between the two sides? Now my left side, for whatever reason, comes in a little bit. I probably overplucked too much years ago, but it comes in further. So I have to give the illusion of symmetry by coming in with my brow powder, just a tad bit. And then, yep, we're almost done with the eyes. So now we're gonna go with the face. It's winter time over here, guys. It's winter. Everyone's pretty pale. So we need that bronzer. And I'm so happy to say that I have not had to buy a bronzer for I don't know how long. I mean, seriously, I have now in my collection so many bronzers. And even though I'm Hispanic, I get pale too, just like everybody else. It's winter time up here in the Northeast, and you know, we just like to not look so pale all the time. So that's where the bronzer comes in. I like to come in with just a tiny bit of contouring, only right here, just right here. It's not a big deal. It's not gonna be too intense. It's just gonna be right here, just to smooth out just a little bit and give the appearance more of a little bit of a button nose, which I definitely don't have. But that's what contouring is for, folks. Brush it out a little bit so it's not super intense. But we still have enough there. Bronzer. This one's a little bit darker. And I learned that instead of going way into your bone right here, to go a little bit higher, and kind of gives it a little bit of a more lifted look. But we're still gonna smooth that out. Okay? Blend, 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 always blending. All right, so now just to finish it up, we're gonna do a little bit of a rosier cheek. I use the same Clinique palette. It has a nice little pink shade. And then again, so you want to make sure that it just looks like a pink glow. All right, like it, looks good. And we haven't even put on the mascara yet or the lipstick. So I also learned we're gonna use Bobbi Brown's concealer set. I love it. It has a little bit of color for everyone. I always end up using my ring finger. I learned a long time ago, I can't get out of the habit. So instead of sweeping across the entire bottom of your eye, since again our skin is a little bit thinner once we get older, you want to just brighten up right here where you would be darkest, and you don't have to sweep it all the way. This is basically where our bags start to form. And if you want to do one light little touch, you can finish it off right there. And that also will help you clean up any eyeshadow that may have made its way into those crow's feet, right? Just lighten it up. Maybe a little touch right on the tip. There we go. And now we're gonna move on to our mascara. Which one should I choose today? Because I have so many to choose from. Yay! Let's see. We have this one from Urban Decay. This one called Perversion. I luckily still have lots of lashes. Now, as a breast cancer survivor, there was a time when I was completely lashless, eyebrowless, hairless, everywhere. So I am so thrilled that my lashes have come back in full force. We just want a nice, simple, fresh look for this video call. We're going to do one last sweep over the eyebrows, just to smooth in the taupe that we put in. Give it a nice little turn here at the end. And now we're going to move on to our lips. So lastly, it's going to be the lip liner. So I love the Thrive products. Where is it? The Thrive products. Here we go. And since my lips aren't exactly the plumpest, lip liner has always been my friend. Always, 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 always my friend. Now you can run the entire lip liner across your lips, but I want more of a neutral lip. So I'm going just with a nude. You can go ahead and put something more intense on the outside. Leave the nude on the inside. Then it just gives the illusion plumper lip. So that's a completed look, you know, until I get dressed, of course. But I think this face is video ready. What do you think? I think it will do nicely. Thank you for watching, guys. This is Letty with My Thrifty Life. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial that is perfect for anyone over 40 that has a busy life but wants a quick, natural looking makeup look that will accentuate all of your wonderful, beautiful assets, but not that complicated and very simple to achieve in a very short amount of time. So if you like what you saw, please subscribe and hit that like button, guys, and you'll be able to see much more beauty tips on a budget. Thanks for joining me. Bye.